As I have told you, we will be having total 8 models from topic calendars. In this video, we'll be discussing very first model from topic calendars. If you're watching this video for the first time, make sure that you watch our previous video where we have done introduction on calendars followed by this particular video, so that you'll be getting a brief idea what calendar is. And make sure that model number 1 is clear to you. Why? Because once if your model number 1 is clear, solving the remaining models will be like really simple. So concentrate here and listen model number 1 carefully. Once if your model number 1 is clear, then solving calendars with respect to the remaining models will be really simple. So just without using your pen and paper, we are going to solve all the questions from calendars. I have a simple question for you. Let us say today is Sunday. If today is Sunday, what would be the day after 4 days? If today is Sunday, after 4 days, you know that it is going to be a Thursday. And when I say after 4 days, it's not like between 4 days, after 4 days. That is like after 4 days, it will be Thursday. If necessary, you can count it. If today is Sunday, after 4 days, it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. Let us example, if I ask you a question, what would be the day after 2 days? After 2 days, it will be Tuesday. If I ask you the same question, what would be the day after 6 days? After 6 days, it will be Saturday. If I ask you the same question, what would be the day 4 days back? When I say like 4 days back, you may think for a while. Why? Because you feel difficult when you're going back, but while you're going front, you feel really comfortable. So what we'll be doing is like we'll be discussing a simple technique so that whether it is going front or whether it is going back, it would be really simple. Okay, let us say today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. If I ask you a question, what would be the day after 2 days? When I say what would be the day after 2 days, it will be Tuesday plus 2, that is going to be Thursday. When I ask you a question, what would be the day 5 days ago? When I ask you the question, what would be the day 5 days ago? 5 days ago, it will be Thursday. So 5 days ago, it will be again a Thursday. Okay, that is Tuesday minus 5, it is going to be Thursday. Let us say example, today is Monday. Today is Monday. What would be the day after 6 days? After 6 days, it will be Monday plus 6, that is going to be Sunday. If I ask you the question, what would be the day 1 day back? 1 day back, it is going to be again Sunday. Let us say, if I say like today is going to be Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. What would be the day after 4 days? What would be the day after 4 days? After 4 days, it is going to be Sunday. If I ask you the question, what would be the day 3 days back? 3 days back, it is again going to be a Sunday. Now, if you observe here, what happened is, if you observe here, 5 plus 2, it's 7, 1 plus 6, it's 7, 3 plus 4, it's 7. And if you observe here, whether it is going forward or whether it is going back, both of them are going to be same, which means 2 days forward or 5 days back, both of them will be same. 6 days forward or 1 day back, both of them will be same. 4 days forward or 3 days back, both of them will be same. Which means if you feel difficult while you're going backside, what you can simply do is like you can convert the value whatever you're going back to front. Let us say example, if I ask you a question, what would be the day 5 days back? Now instead of going 5 days, what you'll be doing is like you'll just go 2 days front. Let us say example, if I ask you a question, what would be the day 6 days back? Now instead of going 6 days back, what you'll be doing is like you'll go 1 day front, which means going back or going front, both of them will be same. But the only thing is like if you're going back, if the question is about back, what you need to do is like if you need to convert them into front, now just what you need to do is like you just need to subtract it from 7. Once you subtract it from 7, then automatically going back will be similar to going front as well. Why? Because when you add both these numbers, the sum is always 7. 5 plus 2 is 7, 1 plus 6 is 7, 3 plus 4 is 7. So it is reason if you are going back, instead of going back, you can go front as well by just subtracting it 7. Let us example, if I say you like 6 days back, when I say you 6 days back, it is similar to 1 day friend. Let us example, if I say 5 days back, now 5 days back will be similar to 2 days friend. Let us example, if I say 6 days after, now 6 days after will be similar to 1 day back. So simply what you can do is like, whether it is going forward or backward, it's like really simple. If you're feeling uncomfortable while you're going back, now you can just convert them into friend by subtracting it from 7. Once you deduct from 7, what happens is like going back and going friend, both of them will become really simple. Okay, so let us look at model number 1. So if today is Tuesday, what would be the day after 45 days, after 76 days, before 44 days, before 62 days? Now we'll be looking at all these 4 examples. Now first model is like really important. This is like a really basic model as well, but as a reason I was concentrating more on basics is like, once if your basics are strong, you can solve any question from calendars in a real simple manner. Once if you know model number 1, you can solve all the question from calendars in just a fraction of seconds. Okay, fine. So before we look at the first model, let us example, today is Monday. If today is Monday, after 7 days, what would be the day? After 7 days, again you know that it is going to be Monday. Why? Because 7 days is nothing but 1 complete week, which means after 7 days, again it is going to be a Monday. Let us example, what would be the day after 21 days? Again after 21 days as well, again it is going to be a Monday. Let us example, what would be the day after 49 days? Even after 49 days, again it is going to be a Monday. Let us say, if I am going to say what would be the day after 9 days, if it is like after 9 days, the day would be what? It is like Wednesday. Why? Because in 9 days you have 2 odd days. Why? Because 9 days is nothing but 1 complete week and 2 extra days. As we have 2 odd days, we will move 2 days forward. From Monday, if I move 2 days forward, it will be Tuesday and Wednesday, which means after 9 days we can say that the day is going to be Wednesday, which means the logic is like really simple. What you need to do is like, once if you know the number of odd days, if you have 1 odd day, you will move 1 day forward. If you have 2 odd days, you will move 2 days forward. If you have 3 odd days, you will move 3 days forward, which means based on the number of odd days you are going to move forward. But whether the number is like 70, 150, 250, 300, 200, it's not really matter. The simple thing is like, the real matter what we need is like just odd days. How bigger the number is not really important. What is the number of odd days we have, that is really important. Once if you know the number of odd days, you can solve these questions in really simple manner. Okay, now let us look at this. If you look here, what would be the day after 45 days, which means in 45 days how many odd days are there? I need to know that. Now look here, now if we need to find number of odd days, I already told you we need to divide it by 7. Now 7 6 times 42. If 7 6 times is 42, the remainder is nothing but 3, which means number of odd days is nothing but 3 odd days. If number of odd days is 3, now this is going to be Tuesday plus 3 days. Tuesday plus 3. So we can say that the day is going to be Friday. Okay, is that clear with everyone? Okay, let us look at next example. What would be the day after 76 days? If today is Tuesday, what would be the day after 76 days? In 76 days, number of odd days is like 6, which means if today is Tuesday, after 6 days it is going to be Monday. After 6 days it is going to be Monday. Okay, now if necessary, after 6 days or 1 day back, both will be like same. Why? Because I already told you, if you are going to look backward or forward based upon your comfortable, you can go in any manner. So plus 6 or minus 1, both will be like same. So Tuesday plus 6 Monday, or you can say Tuesday minus 1 Monday, what it may be, both will be like same. Let us say example, what would be the day before 44 days? Now it is not after, it's like before. So look at it carefully, okay? Before 44 days. In 44 days, how many odd days are there? 7, 6 times 42. 42 means remainder is like 2, which means we have 2 odd days. As we have 2 odd days, now we need to go 2 days back. It's not front. Why? Because these are like after. So that is the reason I'm moving forward. But this is like before. So I need to go back, not front. Okay. So this is going to be Tuesday minus 2. So Tuesday minus 2, we can say that the day is going to be Sunday. Okay. Now if you look here, minus 2 or plus 5, both will be like same. Based upon your comfortable, either you can go back or you can convert back to front as well. It's up to your wish. Okay. Let us look at one more example. What would be the day before 62 days? In 62 days, number of odd days will be 6. Why? Because 7, 9 times it will be 63. But 62 means we have 6 odd days. So 6 odd days means we need to go 6 days back. Now we already know that 6 days back or 1 day front, both will be like same. So this will be Tuesday minus 6 or plus 1. Both of them will be same. So we can say that it is going to be Wednesday. Okay. Either you can do Tuesday minus 6 or you can do Tuesday plus 1 as well. So Tuesday plus 1, this will be Wednesday, or Tuesday minus 6, this will be Wednesday. Okay. Why? Because already we told you, if you are feeling uncomfortable while you're going back, what you can simply do is like you can convert them into front. That is just by deducting it from 7. So once you subtract it from 7, going backward can be converted into front, so that it will be really flexible and easy while you're solving these questions. Okay. So simple thing, you just need to know number of odd days. Once if you know number of odd days, then solving these questions will be like really simple. Now what we'll be doing is like we will be solving some questions based upon this particular model, so that you will be getting better idea on this. And once if your model 1 is clear, you can solve any question from calendar. Okay. So let us look at first example. Okay. So first example, if first day of a month is Monday, then what would be the 30th day of the same month? So the question what it is saying is like, if the first day of a month is Monday, then what day is 30th of the same month? Okay. So you try it and say the answer. Okay. So first day of a month is Monday, then what day is 30th of the same month? If first day of the month is Monday, what day is 30th of the same month? So you try and you say the answer for this one. Okay. Now if you have solved this question, maybe you got answer is Wednesday, right? You got answer is Wednesday. But if your answer is Wednesday, it's going to be a wrong answer. Now if you look here, this is like really a simple question, but if your answer is Wednesday, it's wrong answer. Maybe like you are surprised that why it is going to be a wrong answer. Yes, whatever the answer you got Wednesday, it's wrong. If necessary, you can look here carefully. Now if we observe here, if first day of a month is Monday, we already know that after every 7 days we come across the same day, right? If after every 7 days we come across the same day, which means if first is Monday, after 7 days means 8th also going to be Monday. That is 1 plus 7, 8 also will be Monday. After 7 more days, that is 8 plus 7, 15 is also going to be a Monday. After 7 more days, that is 15 plus 7, 22 is also going to be a Monday. After 7 more days, that is 29 is also going to be Monday. But our question is not about 29th. Our question is to find about 30. If 29 is Monday, I can say that 30 is going to be Tuesday. Yes, which means if you say answer 30th 30th of the month is Wednesday, it's a wrong answer. Why? Because 30th of the month is Tuesday, it is not Wednesday. And maybe the reason for getting it as Wednesday is what you have done is you have calculated odd days in 30 days. When you calculate odd days in 30 days, we'll come to know that in 30 days number of odd days is 2. As we got number of odd days is 2, maybe like you have done Monday plus 2 and you're saying answer is Wednesday, which is a wrong answer. And the reason behind that is, now if you observe here, already I know what is first, that is first is Monday. If I already know first, then why to consider again the first day? So I am not going to consider the first day. If I already know the first, I need to know about the remaining days, right? I need to know about the remaining days. So that is the reason I already know first and I am asked to find what is 30. So then what you need to do is like you need to find about the remaining days, which means in 30 days, if I already know the first day, the remaining days are 29 days, which means in 29 days how many odd days are there? You need to find in 29 days how many odd days are there, but not how many odd days are there in 30 days. Is that clear? Now if you calculate in 29 days, you will be having one odd day, then you can say that Monday plus 1, which is going to be Tuesday. Okay. Now in the similar way, let us example, if I ask a question like if the first day of a non-leap year is Monday, if the first day of a non-leap year is Monday, then what day is the last day of the same month? If I ask you that particular question, now you can't solve this question in this way, saying like 1 plus 7 8, 8 plus 7 15, 15 plus 7 22. Now you can't go in this way. Why? Because non-leap is having 365 days. Now if you're going to go in this way, it consumes us a lot of time, which is not going to help us in examination. Then how to solve these questions in a smart way? Yes, really simple. Just concentrate here. Now rather than doing all this calculation, what you simply do is like our question is like if the first day of a month is Monday, our question is if the first day of a month is Monday, then what day is 30th of the same month? Now what you need to do is like you just take the difference between the numbers. What is difference between 1 and 30? Difference between 1 and 30 is nothing but 29 days. Now whether it is 29 or 39 or 14 or 15 or 16, that is not really important. The important thing is like I already told you, odd days is really important. Whenever you're dealing questions with respect to calendars, odd days is important. How bigger the number is not really important. Just odd days are important. Once you know odd days, then you can solve any question from calendar easily. Okay. Now in 29 days, how many odd days are there? In 29 days, number of odd days will be 1. As we have one odd day, we will move one day forward. So one day forward, Monday plus 1, we can say that answer is going to be Tuesday. As simple as that, which means you can solve this question in just a simple manner. Okay, is this clear with everyone? Now let us look at one more example so that you'll be getting a better idea on this. Okay, now let us example if the first day, okay, if the first day of a non-leap year is Thursday, first day of a non-leap year is Thursday, then what day is last day of the same year? What day is the last day of the same year? Now first day of a non-leap year is Thursday. First day of a non-leap year is Thursday. If the first day of a non-leap year is Thursday, our question is to find what is the last day of the same year. In the non-leap year, last day is nothing but 365th day. Okay, so simple. What you need to do, just to take the difference. Okay, just take the difference. Follow the same procedure. You can solve any question. Just take the difference. 1 and 365. Difference will be 364. Now in 365 364 days, how many odd days are there? In 364 days, number of odd days will be 0. Why? Because 364 days is nothing but 52 complete weeks. As number of odd days is 0, if first is Thursday, 365th day is also going to be a Thursday. Okay, is that clear with everyone? Okay, let us look at one more example. Let us say example, if 4th of the month is Tuesday. If 4th day of a month is Tuesday. If 4th day of a month is Tuesday, then what day is 25th day of the same month? Then what day is 25th day of the same month? So 25th day of the same month. Simple. Just take the difference. 4 and 25. 4 and 25, difference will be 21. In 21 days, how many odd days are there? In 21 days, number of odd days is 0, which means if 4th is Tuesday, 25th is also going to be Tuesday. Is that clear with everyone? Okay, let us look at one more simple example. Let us say example, if 10th of the month, if 10th of the month is Sunday, if 10th of the month is Sunday, then what day is 29th day of the same month? 29th day of the same month. Just take the difference. 10 and 29, difference is 19. In 19 days, how many odd days are there? Now 7 2 times it will be 14, which means number of odd days will be 5. As number of odd days will be 5, you will move 5 days forward, that is Sunday plus 5. We can say that answer is going to be Friday, which means if 10th is Sunday, we can say that 29th day of the same month is going to be Friday. Now all these are like just simple questions. You just need to follow the procedure, that is like just taking the difference. Once you take the difference and if you calculate number of odd days, once if you know the odd days, then solving these questions will be like really simple. Okay, is that clear with everyone? Okay, let us say example, if 25th day, if 25th day of a non-leap year, if 25th day of a non-leap year is Sunday, if 25th day of a non-leap year is Sunday, then what day is 75th day of the same year? If 25th day of a non-leap year is Sunday, then what day is 75th day of the same year? Simple. Just take the difference. 25 75 difference. What is the difference? 25 75 difference is 50. In 50 days, how many odd days are there? In 50 days, we have one odd day, which means you need to move one day forward. Sunday plus 1, we can say that answer is going to be Monday. Okay, as simple as that. Is that clear with everyone? Let us look at one more example. Let us say example, if 266th day, if 266th day, 266th day of a leap year, 266th day of a leap year. If 266th day of a leap year is Tuesday, if 266th day of a leap year is Tuesday, then what day is the last day of the same year? What day is the last day of the same year? In the leap year, last day is nothing but 366th day, which means 366th day is what? Now if you look here, 266 and 366, difference is 100. In 100 days, how many odd days are there? Now 7 10 times it will be 70. You're left with 30 remainder. 7 3 times it will be 21. 7 4 times it will be 28. Then what is the remainder you're left out? Remainder left out is like 2, which means Tuesday plus 2. Tuesday plus 2, we can say that answer is going to be Thursday. In 100 days, we have 2 odd days. We'll move 2 days forward. Tuesday plus 2, answer will be Thursday. As simple as that. Okay. Let us look at one more example. Let us say example, if 34th day of any year, 34th day of any year is Monday, then what day is 98th day of the same year? If 34th day of any year is Monday, then what day is 98th day of the same year? Now if you have observed clearly, in this question I told you like 25th day of a non-leap year. Yes, in this we have said it as leap year, but in this question we are saying any year. Any year means it can be leap year or it can be non-leap year as well. As we did not mention whether it is leap year or non-leap year, thus our answer is going to affect. This was my question to you. Why? Because it is said as non-leap year, this is said as leap year, but here it is just any year. Any year means it can be leap year or a non-leap year. Thus our answer is going to affect due to this. Now if you observe here, our answer will not affect whether it is leap year or non-leap year. Why? Because my question is like, if 34th is Monday, what is 98th of the same year? If 34th is Monday, what is 98th day of the same year? Now if you look here, 34, 98. Difference between 34, 98. What is difference between 34, 98? Difference between 34 and 98 will be 64, which means whether it is leap year or non-leap year, with respect to any year between 34th day and 98th day, the difference is going to be always 64. Whether it is leap year or non-leap year, it's not matter. Whether it is any year between 34th day and 98th day, the difference is going to be always 64. That is the reason whether it is leap year or non-leap year, it does not affect our answer. Okay, now in 64 days, how many odd days are there? In 64 days we have one odd day, so this will be Monday plus 1, which means it is going to be Tuesday, which means if it is any year, whether it is leap year or non-leap year, 98th day will be always Tuesday. Now I will discuss one more example so that you will be getting better idea regarding this. Okay, let us say example, if 265th day, if 265th day of any year, if 265th day of any year is, let us say, Monday, if 265th day of any year is Monday, then what day is the last day of the same year? Now our question, if 265th day of any year is Monday, then what day is the last day of the same year? Now even this question we are saying any year, it's not about leap year or non-leap year, any year, which means it can be either leap year or it can be either non-leap year as well. Now your answer is going to change. Why? Because if 265th day is Monday, and if my question is like what would be the last day of the same year, the last day of a leap year is different and the last day of a non-leap year is different. That is the reason if it is like last day, if it is like non-leap year, the last day will be 365th day. If it is like leap year, the last day will be 366th day, which means my answer is going to differ now. Okay, why? Because whether it is like leap year or non-leap year, in the previous example it is not important. Why? Because the question is about 98th day, but here it is important. Why? Because the question is about the last day. As the question is about last day, now you are going to get a different answer. Okay, simple. Follow the same procedure. 265, 365, difference is nothing but 100. In 100 days, how many odd days are there? In 100 days we have 2 odd days. Now Monday plus 2, we can say that this is going to be Wednesday. Now this is Wednesday. Now 366 day means it is one more day extra, which means we can say that it is going to be Thursday. So if 265th day of any year is Monday, and if they ask us to find what would be the last day of the same year, then we can say that if it is a non-leap year, the last day will be Wednesday. If it is like leap year, the last day will be Thursday, which means if the question is about only last day, then our answer is going to affect. But if the question is about 98th day, 165th day, 44th day, 245th day, whether it is any day, the question is not going to F it even if the year is not mentioned. But if the question is about last day, then we are going to have that effect. Okay, is that clear with everyone? Okay. Now if you observe here, whether it is going forward or whether it is going backward, it's like both the same concept. Now let us say, if I ask you a question in this way, let us say example, if 28th day, let us say if 28th day of a month is Thursday, if 28th day of a month is Thursday, and if I ask you a question like what is the 4th day of the same month, if 28th day of a month is Thursday, what day is the 4th day of the same month? The concept is same, whether it is forward or backward, it's not a problem. The concept is going to be the same. Just take the difference. 4 and 28, difference will be 24. In 24 days, number of odd days. In 24 days, we have number of odd days as 3. Now, if you look here, now this is like going back. Why? Because in the previous questions, I would know this day and I am asking you to find what is this day. As now you are going to move forward, but in this question you know this one and you are asked to find this one, which means you are supposed to go back. Now what you'll simply do, you'll just do subtraction. That's it. Whether it is forward or backward, the concept of difference is going to be the same. But if it is going forward, you'll do plus plus plus, but if it is going backward, you'll do just minus. Now Thursday minus 3, Thursday minus 3, we can say it is Monday. Okay, so whether it is forward or backward, it's really simple. What you just need to do is like take the difference and just find number of odd days. Once you know the number of odd days, if you're moving forward, you'll take it as plus, and if you're going backward, you'll be taking it as minus. Is that clear with everyone? Model 1 is like really important. Hope this is like really easy for you. If this is like really easy, you can solve any question from calendars. Why? Because based upon model number 1, I will show you how to solve model number 2. I will show you how to solve model number 3, 4 and all. Why? Because once if you know model number 1, remaining questions are like really simple. Okay, so now whatever I have said with respect to model number 1, the introduction and the questions whatever you have solved now, maybe like it's clear to you, the concept is like clear to you. Now I will be saying you 3 questions which are like really important questions. That is like whether you can mark these questions or not, you check it. Why? Because knowing the concept is different and getting them into application is like really different. Okay, so I will be saying you 3 questions and you try to mark those answers first. Okay, so first I will say the question, you pause the video and first you try, and after that I am going to discuss what would be the answer for that. Okay, fine. Now let us look at this first question. If the fifth day of a month falls 2 days after Monday, if the 5th day of a month falls 2 days after Monday, then what day is preceded by 19th of the same month? If the 5th day of a month falls 2 days after Monday, then what day is preceded by 19th of the same month? You just pause the video and try it and say the answer. The concept already you have learned clearly, so try it, try the answer and comment your answer in the comment box. Okay, so I am waiting for that. Try the answer and comment below the comment box. Okay, so hope you got the answer now. Okay, now I would try and check and whether you are going to get the same answer or not, check it. Now if you look at the question, it is saying that if the 5th day of a month, if the 5th day of a month falls 2 days after Monday. 2 days after Monday means it is going to be Wednesday, right? So 5th of the month is going to be Wednesday. If the 5th day of a month is Wednesday, the question is saying what day is preceded by 19th of the same month? What day is preceded by 19th of the same month? Just simple, take the difference. 5 and 19 difference is how much? 14. In 14 days number of odd days how many? 0. In 14 days days number of days is 0. So if this is Wednesday, even this is going to be Wednesday. Maybe you are thinking that Wednesday is the right answer, but Wednesday is going to be the wrong answer. Why? Because the question is not about 19. The question is not about 19. Now look here, if you read the question clearly, the question is saying that what day is preceded by 19. It's not about 19, preceded by 19. Preceded by 19 means the day before 19th. Day before 19th is nothing but 18th. We are asked to find what is 18th of the same month. If 19th is Wednesday, we can say that 18th is going to be Tuesday, which means Tuesday is going to be your right answer. Okay, maybe now if you are going to lose the mark here, the only reason behind that is you are lazy while you're reading the questions. If you are going to be lazy while you're reading the questions, then what happens is like you are supposed to lose your marks in examinations. The competitive examinations, the examiners, whoever is going to set the papers, they are like really smart. What those guys do is like they collect the disadvantages whatever the every student is going to have. Based upon the disadvantages whatever the every student is going to have, based upon that they are going to place the questions. And even the examiners know that many of the students does not have a habit of reading the question clearly. If you are not having a habit of reading question clearly, examiners make the simple question as a typical question, and if you are not going to read them in a proper way, then what happens is like even if the question is easy, as you are unable to understand the question in the easiest manner, that is the reason you are supposed to lose the mark in examination. Okay, so it is the reason make sure that you read the questions clearly and try to solve questions from your previous papers as well. Why? Because learning is different, getting them into application is different. So both of them are like really different. So application should be done from your side. How to learn and how to solve, I am going to show you how to do that. But in examination, you are the one who are going to do that. So that is the reason you need to check whether you are able to apply it or not. If you are going to apply it or not, that's well and good. You are going to get the marks. If you are unable to get the application of those questions, they need to practice more examples through previous papers, so that you will be getting to know how the examiner mindset is and what he is expecting from you and how you are supposed to be well prepared. Okay, now I will say you one more question and again you try it and hope you are going to mark it right answer now, at least now. Okay, so I will say you one more question now. Right, again pause the video and read the question clearly and mark your answer and comment your answer again below the comment box. Okay, so whether you are going to get it right or wrong, we'll check it. Okay, fine. Now the question is like if 28th day, if 28th day of a month is Thursday, okay, if 28th day of a month is Thursday, then what day is 3 weeks 4 days earlier? Okay, if 28th day of a month is Thursday, then what day is 3 weeks 4 days earlier? 3 weeks 4 days earlier. So pause the video and say the answer. Okay, and comment your answer below the comment box. Okay, fine. So hope you got your answer. Okay, fine. Now let us check. The question said that if 28th day of a month is Thursday, if 28th day of a month is Thursday, your question is to find what day is 3 weeks 4 days earlier. What day is 3 weeks 4 days earlier? Now if you look at this question, what is this date? Even that is not required for me. Why? Because the question is not about what is the date, the question is about what is this day. Okay, now if you look here, this is the real simple question. It's like really simple question, but if you are unable to read the question clearly, you may not come to know that this question is simple, and you may think that this is like a complicated question, but truly speaking, this is simple question, and the simple question you can know only if you are going to look the question in this way. As I have told you, examiners are really smart in placing the questions. They frame the questions in a real complicated manner, but the questions will be like really simple if you're going to look it in a smart way. If you're going to look them in a smart way, then these questions can be answered in just a fraction of seconds. Now whether you are going to look it in a complicated way or whether you're going to look it in a simple way, it depends upon you. It depends upon simply you. If you are able to look them in a simple way, the question is simple. If you are going to look at them in the question in a complicated way, the question is going to be complicated. It's all about you. If you are going to look them in simple, the question is as simple as that. If you're going to think that there was something in the question that is like really complicated, yes, if you are thinking it is complicated, it's going to be complicated. It's all about you. Now look, now this question is like, just leave this 3 weeks. It's just, the question is saying 4 days back, what is the day? 4 days back, what is the day? Thursday, 4 days back, we can say that answer is going to be Sunday. Yes. Now if you may wonder why these 3 weeks you have neglected. Yes, I am going to neglect these 3 weeks. Why? Because we know that in a week number of odd days is going to be 0. Now whether it is 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 5 weeks or 10 weeks, it is not a matter. Why? Because in week number of odd days is 0. Now whether it is 3 weeks 4 days back or 10 weeks 4 days back or 50 weeks 4 days back or 12 weeks 4 days back, I am going to consider just only 4 days. Why? Because in a week, number of odd days will be 0. As number of odd days is 0, whether it is 3 weeks 4 days back or 4 days back, both will be like simple. So in 3 weeks number of odd days is 0, so just I will consider only 4 days and I will go 4 days back. From Thursday, if you go 4 days back, we can say that answer is going to be Sunday. Yes. Now is this simple question or complicated question? Now this question is like really simple question, and who is going to realize that it's like simple question? And you can realize it only simple question only if you are thinking them in a smart way. If you are thinking that it's like a complicated question, then obviously the question is going to be complicated. But if you are looking them in a smart way, these questions can be answered in really simple manner. Examiners are trying to test how smart you are. So when they are trying to test how smart you are, even you are supposed to look them in a smart way. If you are unable to look them in a smart way, the only thing you need to do is like, you need to start practicing from now itself, and you are supposed to observe the previous papers, how the questions are framed, how they are trying to divert you, and how they are trying to confuse you. So once if you know this, then solving these questions will be simple. Okay, so hope this is clear for you. I will say you one more wonderful question and you say answer for that question again and again. I will say the question, you try it first, pause the video, try it first, and then comment your answer. Okay, fine. Now the question is simple. How many days, okay, how many days are there in Z weeks, Z days? Is question clear? How many days are there in Z weeks, Z days? So say the answer. How many days are there in Z weeks, Z days? Say the answer for this question. Pause your video and say the answer. Okay. So now already you got the answer, I think. If you're unable to get the answer, don't forget this is the simplest question. It's like a really simple question. But if you're unable to get the answer, means this is the smartness of examiner. As I have told you, examiners frame the questions in a really smart way. But if you are able to think much smarter than examiner, then examination cracking is like really simple. Okay. Now this question can be answered by any of you, any person can answer the question. But the only difference what happened is, as the question was framed in a different manner, many of you guys were unable to mark the answer. But if the same question, if I ask you in a different way, all the persons whoever is going to watch this video can mark this answer. Now let us look at this question. If I ask you a question like, how many days are there in 5 weeks, 5 weeks, 5 days? If I ask you a question, how many days are there in 5 weeks, 5 days? Now even you know how many days are there in 5 weeks, 5 days. Why? Because you already know that week is like 7 days. If week is like 7 days, 5 weeks will have 5 into 7, 35 days. and you have 5 more days extra. So 35 plus 5, we can say that we have a total of 40 days. Now this is a simple question and all you guys know answer for this question. Yes, then the same question I asked in terms of variable, z. Now let us look at this. Now this question simple, 5 into 7. Why? Because week is like 7 days. So 5 weeks will have 5 into 7, 35 days plus 5 days extra. So we can say that total number of days is going to be 40 days. Now the same question I asked you in this way, saying like how many days are there? How many days are there in Z weeks? Z days. How many days are there in Z week, Z days? You already know that week is like 7 days. As it is Z weeks, just I am using a variable instead of number. Just a change is a variable. Okay. As week is like 7 days, Z weeks will have 7 into Z days. Yes. Why? Because if week is going to have 7 days, Z weeks will have 7 into Z days. So Z weeks will have 7 into Z days, and we have Z more days extra. So we can say that 7Z plus Z, we can say that total we are going to have 8Z days. So total we have 8Z days. So simple question. So whatever we have written in terms of number, the same question we have written in terms of variables. This is the smartness of examiners. Examiners frame the questions in a smart way. The questions are simple, but they are framed in a smart way. As you are unable to understand the smartness of examiner, you are unable to crack the questions. But once if you are able to understand the smartness of examiner, then you are going to be more smart than examiner. Once if you are more smart than examiner, then cracking any competitive examination is simple. Okay, it's just about catching the smartness of examiner. Okay, so answer will be 7Z plus Z, that is nothing but 8Z days. Okay, so hope you guys are like enjoying it really. Okay, so whatever we are discussing, all these questions are like really simple. This question can be answered in a simple way if you are going to deal them in the procedure whatever we are solving till now. At the end of this video, what I will be doing is like I will be giving 5 questions based upon whatever we have discussed till now, that is like model number 1. What you will be doing is like you solve all those 5 questions and comment your answers below the comment box, so that I will come to know how many of you are like following and how many of you are able to get the right answers, whether the concept is clear to you or not, so that I will be giving up more and more such videos and more such questions in the further coming one. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed this session. If you think that this session is helpful for you and if you need more of such interesting and smart logics, then please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Why? Because if you're not going to click on the bell icon, you're not going to get the notification once the video is uploaded. So what you'll be doing is like make sure that you click on the bell icon so that you'll be getting the notification once the video is uploaded. And if you are really liking these sessions and if you think that these sessions are helpful for you, what you'll be doing is like you need to share this video with as many friends as possible. Try to share with your friends, family members, Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, as many as possible. Why? Because each of your share, like, comment, it's going to be a real boost up for me.